So Dolly doesn't have much of an option. He's got to either accept the debate as it's presented in that format, in that time slot, or not have one at all. He, of course, is going to take every opportunity he can, but very shrewdly applied tactics here by Governor Newsom to limit the size of the audience and then fighting to a draw. I don't think this changes the dynamics of the race much at all.
That's GOP political consultant Mike Madrid. We'll have an early morning look at traffic in just 60 seconds.
Good morning, class. A quick head count. Tiffany, here. Zach. Yup. Steven. Is he absent again?
For many kids, just getting to school feels like a challenge. Staying to graduation is even harder. That's where Communities in Schools comes in. A powerful community of caring adults, working with vulnerable kids in schools every day, helping them overcome the barriers that stand in the way of learning. Hunger, homelessness, health problems, and even emotional trauma. Communities in Schools. We're inside schools partnering with teachers and counselors, empowering at-risk kids by providing supportive relationships, doing whatever it takes to help them thrive in school and have brighter futures. Communities in Schools. We're in schools to help kids stay in school. See how we help all kids succeed at communitiesinschools.org.
Time to check traffic. We go to the KCBS traffic desk and Frank Munich. And we go out to San Jose, where we have the McKee Road off-ramp from southbound 680 shut down. That by a hit-and-run crash, which the CHP is tending to. Stall being reported now essentially on the shoulder, the Gore Point of southbound 880 right at 7th Street in Oakland. Not reported blocking lanes. We do have the two right lanes of eastbound 80 closed at Gilman Street. That's for work on a pedestrian and bicycle crossing that's going to be going on over the next couple of nights. At some point this morning, we're going to have the four right lanes coned off with only the left lane getting by, but that has not happened yet, and we're not seeing anything to suggest it has in terms of slowing. Just a reminder that you can catch up on what's going on in terms of traffic on our Twitter feed at KCBS AM FM Traffic. Your next traffic update at 12:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS. Clear and cool overnight, lows in the 40s and 30s. We're actually under a frost advisory until 9 a.m. Later today, sunny skies. Some expected highs here Monday. San Francisco, 68 degrees downtown. Oakland and Millbrae, 71 degrees. Livermore and Morgan Hill, 74. Santa Rosa, San Rafael, and Concord all looking at a high of 76 degrees. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, and anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes or overweight or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1979. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979.
KCBS News Time, 12:41. Operating for over 93 years, a cherished bakery in Oakland closed its doors for good Sunday. Known as Meldum's for 80 years, in 2010, a co-op of employees renamed it, keeping the same recipes and menu items, including cakes, fruit danishes, and other baked goods. We get more from KCBS's Alice Wirtz.
Before opening at 10 a.m. on Telegraph Avenue, about 100 people lined up along the windows of A Taste of Denmark, waiting to buy the last of the butter cookies, bear claws, and fruit pies. Paris Bowens drove out from Antioch to pick up some goodies.
They're closing. This is it, the last day.
It's not that business has gone stale. Even with raising prices, supply chain issues have made it hard for the co-op of owners to make any dough. Lonnie from Berkeley says she's been buying here for about 30 years. She got here at 8 a.m.
I used to work at AAA, so when I worked there, I would come over here and get cakes and stuff for the office.
This isn't the first bakery closing she's been to this year.
I was also first in line when Virginia Bakery went out. So I guess it's a tradition.
The economic downturn is seeing a rise in small businesses shutting their doors. The Walgreens across the street from the bakery has a sign in the window indicating it'll be closing in 2 weeks. In Oakland, Alice Wirtz, KCBS.
Call me Ishmael. If you know what that refers to, you'll find this story interesting. The Maritime Museum at San Francisco's Aquatic Park held a 24-hour reading of the novel Moby Dick over the weekend. As KCBS's David Welch explains, it was a chance for fans of Melville's great novel to see it come to life.
The first question I asked artistic director Sean Owen just before starting his around-the-clock reading of Moby Dick, did he expect anyone in the audience to make it through from start to finish?
There are a few dedicated folks, and they receive a special award.
The interpretive collage of Melville's 1851 novel includes clowns, craft, and modern dance, among others. But it is, first and foremost, a line-by-line reading of all 155 chapters, plus the epilogue.
Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how
For some, the novel is an epic tale of seaborne revenge. But Owens hopes his modern audience will find much more through his reading of it.
Melville also manages to hit on these incredible ecological themes, and there are themes of queerness and neurodivergence.
And for those uncomfortable with Melville's unabashed views on race and humanity, Owens came up with a unique solution.
We have a slur jar for that. We will be taking a little coin out of Melville's pocket.
In San Francisco, David Welch, KCBS.
Salman Rushdie's agent says the author has lost sight in one eye and the use of a hand as he recovers from an attack by a man who rushed the stage at an August literary event in western New York. Andrew Wiley told the Spanish-language newspaper El País in an article published Saturday that Rushdie suffered 3 serious wounds to his neck and 15 wounds to his chest and torso in the attack that harmed the eye and left the left hand incapacitated. A 24-year-old man has pleaded not guilty to the August 12th attack. KCBS News Time, 1244.
DEA people and community service helping by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 29th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts. DEA Take-Back Day.
Coming up on KCBS, it seems the actress who turned down Marlon Brando's Oscar back in the day wasn't who she said she was. KCBS News Time, 1245. Right now, we want to talk sports. NBA action Sunday night at Chase Center was the Warriors over the Sacramento Kings, 130 to 125. Lousy day for the 49ers at Levi's Stadium as their record fell to 3-4 with a loss to Kansas City, 44 to 23. Playoff baseball, it'll be Houston and Philadelphia in the World Series. The Astros completed a sweep of the Yankees 6-5 in the Bronx Sunday night to advance. In the earlier game, it was Bedlam in Philadelphia as Bryce Harper hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th to lead the Phillies past the Padres 4-3. With more sports, here's KCBS's Victor Zaragoza.
And baseball news, the Guardians manager Terry Francona has agreed to return for an 11th season after leading the Major's youngest team to a division title and the AL Division Series in 2022. The 63-year-old Francona has not signed a contract, but said Friday that he intends to be back next season. He has dealt with health problems for the past 2 years and will have another operation next week. We wish him a quick recovery. And also in baseball news, the Texas Rangers have hired former San Francisco Giants manager Bruce Bochy to a 3-year deal as their manager, bringing the 3-time World Series champion out of a short retirement to take over a team that has had 6 consecutive losing seasons. Texas made a surprising announcement on Friday morning, just more than 2 weeks after its season ended. The 67-year-old Bochy has a